Welcome back to Guru Beauty. Yes, coming at you with another foundation review. There have been a few new ones lately. This time it's from YSL. This one has just hit the Australian market for 85 Australian dollars, available in the United States for 60 American dollars. This is called the Le Teint Encre de Peau. Welcome back to Guru Beauty. I am Jodie, coming at you with, yes, another foundation review, this time from YSL. This is called the Fusion Ink Foundation, and it's joining the ranks of all of those new liquidy, watery, serumy type foundations. I've reviewed recently the Maybelline Dream Wonder, the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless, the Dior Nude Air. I've also in the past reviewed L'Oreal's little watery number. There are heaps and heaps and heaps of these watery type foundations out on the market, but we've really seen an explosion recently. So I wanted to share with you my thoughts on this foundation. I will, as always, show this foundation going on. I'll come back and let you know how it's lasted throughout the end of the day and give you my final thoughts at the end of the video. So first up, about me, I'm 38 years of age. I am concerned about anti-aging. I have large pores on my face as well as fine lines and wrinkles that I definitely want to have those smoothed. I also feel like I've got a dullness to my skin. I'm combination dehydrated, so I always want to look sort of hydrated. I never want to look oily. I do have an oily breakthrough if it's not controlled on my T-zone area, so I want to inhibit the oil but at the same time look hydrated and healthy throughout the day. I am a full-time working mother and I often don't have time to touch up during the day, so I don't mind a touch up or two, but I want a foundation that's going to last throughout the day with a tiny bit of touch up if necessary, but definitely something that's not going to patch off or cake up or have a big huge oily breakthrough that I need to worry about throughout the day or into the end of the day. So definitely longevity is important to me. I also am blessed with hyperpigmentation, so I've definitely got something to cover, which can be the downfall for me and my needs with all of these watery foundations. Some of them claim full coverage, they're very cheeky monkeys. Some of them claim light coverage. I would say you're going to get usually on average from all of these foundations like a light to medium coverage. How buildable they are without caking up seems to vary between the products, and alcohol is always something to look out for, as well as silicones in these products. They are some ways that they can differ. So more about the YSL. First up, I'll let you know that YSL does belong to the parent company L'Oreal. L'Oreal does make Maybelline, L'Oreal drugstore products, as well as Giorgio Armani and other high-end brands. There are often sort of duplicates that we tend to see from the high-end counter of L'Oreal companies right down through to the drugstore varieties. I also do want to mention that L'Oreal is definitely renowned for, unfortunately, its absence from all of the cruelty-free makeup company lists around the world. L'Oreal certainly does still continue to test on animals, and that certainly may be something that you'd factor into your decision when you are looking at buying a foundation or any other makeup product. So if you want to see how this foundation performs for my 38-year-old skin that's got oily combination dehydrated issues, I want to look luminous and hydrated. If you want to see how it performs for my skin with all of these pores and textural issues, also hyperpigmentation, and the need for a product to last well on my face, keep on watching. A little bit about what the claims are for this product. First up, if I take it from the box, YSL themselves do claim that this is an all-day perfection and freedom featherlight texture product. They also claim SPF 18 PA+++ coverage, and my NC25 skin is pretty well matched to the B50 beige shade. They say that the first YSL Ink foundation gives you all-day wear and comfort. Hybrid technology for a texture that feels as light and fine as ink and as concealing as a classic foundation. Perfect wear, soft comfort, long lasting until removal. They say that it's an uncompromising foundation, total symbiosis with your skin. Ultra smooth texture, glides on effortlessly with an ideal concealing power. The formula melts into the skin, for an even, perfectly matte complexion. The first YSL foundation applicator of its kind provides the ideal dose of foundation to apply directly on the face or dab on the hand first. A few more claims from the Sephora website for this foundation. They call it a revolutionary fine as ink foundation with broad spectrum SPF 18 that perfects the skin while it wears weightlessly for 24 hours. This is the first one I think that claims 24-hour coverage. Special sweat and sebum controlling agents allow for 24-hour of coverage even through humidity or heat, and its sensorial and volatile dry oil complex allows it to set in seconds. Formulated with pure micro-coated pigments, it delivers lasting radiant color, and the face zoning applicator allows you to perfectly apply it to the face for precise, easy to use application that's never cakey or heavy. All right, so they're the claims for the product. Now moving on to the ingredients in this product. We start with Dimethicone, a silicone. It's going to be smoothing. We're followed up by Cyclohexasiloxane, Isododecane, alcohol, Denat, vinyl dimethicone, Methicone, Silsequioxane, Crosspolymer, Phenyl Trimethicone, ethyl hexyl, methoxycinnamate, Disteardimonium, Hectorite, PEG 10 Dimethicone, followed by a few other ingredients. I see silica in there, I see parfum, I see Calophyllum, Inophyllum, seed oil down towards the bottom of the list. I also see benzyl alcohol, titanium dioxide, and that's about it. So first up, what I can tell from the ingredients list, as I said, very, very silicone-y. You certainly do feel this product gliding on your face. So that silicone-y texture, it feels slippery, it feels emollient. You don't need a whole lot to get it across your face, and it also does lend itself very well to building up, and you'll see that in the application video. Not only does it lend itself well to application, it's going to blend in easily, but also it's going to be relatively smoothing, and I certainly do see this in that foundation. Does have that little bit of oil down towards the bottom of the list, but also, as with many of these, again, we do see alcohol in this product. Now, alcohol has issues on its own. It can be drying, it can be irritating. It also does sort of free radical damage, I think, to your skin, which again can be aging. If you've got oily skin, alcohol can actually exacerbate oil production. If you've got dry skin, alcohol can dry your skin out. So that's going to be one of the first things that you need to be aware of, as is the case with numerous other competitors for this product. Watch out for the alcohol. If you don't like alcohol in your products, definitely do not pick this one up. If you don't mind it, go for it. When you smell this product, as with many of the others, it is slightly fragrant, but you certainly can smell the alcohol in this product as well. So be aware of that. Think about what your skin needs are, and are you defeating the purpose of all of your skincare, for example, if you're choosing makeup products with high alcohol content. I'll leave that up to you. Moving on to the packaging for this product. So it does come in a very sort of square, sophisticated looking glass packaging. We've got a lovely sort of luxurious looking gold lid, and we've got 25 mils of product, which is slightly less than the normal 30 mils of product that you get with your foundation. So be aware of that if for some reason you're thinking about value and considering YSL at the same time, which most people probably aren't. Now, this is made in France. The gold cap comes off to expose a plastic cap. You unscrew the cap, which is attached to the applicator. Now, the applicator is not a dropper. You're not sort of squeezing product in and out. It's like a teardrop shaped, I guess you'd say, plastic applicator, very similar to the Maybelline Dream Wonder. And the idea is that you either use this to directly dispense the product onto your face. I actually find that the amount of product that is on the applicator is perfect for sort of, one application of product. So it does actually dispense a nice amount of product this way, while, I don't know, I could take it or leave it. It's better than not having it and having to pour this bottle upside down. So I will say that, but it is going to be problematic as you work your way down through the bottle and have less and less product on that wand. It's going to become a pain, and I think you'll end up using it like a pour bottle anyway. The glass bottle does have a bit of weight to it. You will think about that certainly if you do have bathroom tiles, or if you're wanting a product that's a little bit more travel friendly, and it's important to note that you do need to shake this product, as with all of these liquidy foundations, very well before you start applying it. I will now cut to my application and wear throughout the day, and I'll come back and let you know my final thoughts about this foundation and how it performs for me after all of that. Starting off today using YSL's new Touche Eclat Blur Primer. This is the Fusion Ink foundation from YSL. It's very, very important to shake that bottle. I'll just use the applicator to apply that in dots to my face. For those of you who worry about the hygiene of that, you certainly can dispense onto the back of your hand and then dot from there. You can see that this does blend in very, very easily with the fingers. Again, it has a very silicone-y slip to it, and it blends seamlessly. One layer is definitely smoothing, it definitely evens out the skin, and similar to the slew of other liquidy serum-y type foundations out there, one layer will give me a really nice medium coverage over my hyperpigmented skin. The foundation on my face looks absolutely imperceptible. It just looks like skin. I cannot see foundation on top of my skin, and I will add just a little bit more foundation just to the cheek areas and around the place where I have anything extra to cover, just to see if this will layer without caking up, and it certainly does that. It blends seamlessly, easily, a very nice and adaptable foundation depending on your coverage needs. You can apply less or more, which is fantastic. It builds without caking, and a very, very nice shade match for me with the B50 for my NC25 skin. You can see I've got a really decent, again, medium coverage with that second layer of foundation. With the foundation applied now, I definitely do look smooth. It's definitely like a probably a demi-matte, a satin to demi-matte type finish. Certainly not a whole lot of glow. Very, very slight glow, probably coming from the primer underneath though. Everything looks smoothed out. The tone certainly looks evened, and very, very pleased with that color match. I will now apply the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to let you know how it's looking. Okay, so having applied most of the rest of my makeup, the foundation was looking a little bit shiny in the T-zone area. Very, very similar to how the Dior Nude Air and how the Maybelline Dream Wonder were performing on my face, say half an hour after application. And therefore today I will be using the very, very lightest application of powder just to the T-zone area. Today I'll be using the NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder. This is a loose powder. It certainly doesn't add coverage. It will just take that extra little bit of shine off. I'll just set my under eye concealer with what's left on the brush, but this is a very, very loose, fluffy brush, very, very little, tiny amount of powder. I will be back to share with you how this is looking at the end of the day. It is now about 10 hours after application of the YSL Fusion Ink foundation, and I'm really pleased with the way that it has performed today. I don't know about the 24-hour claim, but certainly at the 10-hour mark, this foundation has stayed looking very, very nice on my skin all day. I barely touched up about an hour ago and just gave a very, very light powdering in the T-zone area. It was just a little bit shiny, but you can see that I just still have a bit of luminosity coming through. I still look definitely smoothed out, and I've still got a nice medium coverage there over my hyperpigmentation. So I'm really pleased with the way that this looks in terms of it lasting, it looking hydrated, it's smoothing my pores and texture, as well as covering my hyperpigmentation. Very similar, I would say, in terms of performance to the Maybelline Dream Wonder, as well as the Dior Nude Air that I have recently reviewed. I'm not sure how that alcohol again is going to affect your skin in the long term, but as far as performance over one day, definitely fantastic job. So based on the 10-hour test and how this foundation does look throughout the day and how it looks at the end of the day, 2 guru thumbs up. Okay, so that's what I think of the foundation. It certainly has performed very nicely on my skin. I think that my skin looks lovely with this foundation on. It certainly lasts nicely on my face throughout the day. I'm very pleased with the color match and generally how it looks. Again, that question remains of how good that alcohol is for my skin and my anti-aging concerns. Free radical damage, not a good thing. Exacerbating oil control, exacerbating oil production, not a good thing. So Think about that. What do others say? If I look at the Sephora rating, this product gets 4 out of 5 stars, which is pretty good for a Sephora rating. Makeup Alley gives it a 3.4 out of 5, which is okay for Makeup Alley. That's pretty standard, pretty average. You're going to have people that love this product. You're going to have people that either don't find that this has enough coverage, or that don't like the alcohol content or the alcohol scent, or the value. I think, you know, if they hear that you can get something like Maybelline for, you know, 1/10 the price, I think that, you know, that's something that a lot of people don't like. This does retail for 85 Australian dollars, 60 US dollars. So people are going to have an issue with the value of this product, YSL or not. I also do always look to see Beautypedia or Paula's Choice to see if they have reviewed a makeup product. They really do not tolerate high-priced products that don't have high-priced ingredients in them. They really don't tolerate half-assed SPF. They really don't tolerate alcohol content or cheap silicones, that kind of thing. So what they have to say basically is that the sunscreen in this product is an issue. They say that the Octinoxate is not enough to give you full broad spectrum UVB and UVA protection. So always wear SPF, whether you've got SPF in your foundation or not. I would always recommend wearing SPF under it anyway. They do say basically that the price tag for a product that's pretty much a duplicate to the sister company Maybelline is questionable, and they do also mention the high amount of alcohol, which causes dryness and irritation. That's enough about what others say. What do I say? I really like this foundation. Do I recommend it? Yes, it's a lovely foundation. Would I recommend it over the much less expensive Maybelline Dream Wonder from the same parent company? I would say it's going to come down to a shade match. YSL has a lot more shades to choose from. Maybelline have slightly less. And you know, there's something to be said for using a luxury product, but you know, I don't know, a luxury product with these ingredients, I'm not sure. I really enjoyed the Dior. I really enjoyed this in terms of how they look on my skin and how my skin looks throughout and at the end of the day. But if you want to look deeper into it, you know, there are some issues that you want to be aware of. That's it from me. Please do share your thoughts and experiences with me and everyone else down below in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a gorgeous day, and don't forget, you are beautiful. You are. Don't just worry about looking at, make sure you be it, and I will see you again really, really soon. Bye.